Is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch going to tie into Halloween Ends? We're going to talk about that, but please, if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time I post a new video. Alright, guys, so during a recent Halloween Kills watch along, David Gordon Green mentioned that the radio tower in Halloween Kills was going to play a major role in Halloween Ends. Now, we do see this radio tower during Halloween Kills quite a few times. Now, for me, I didn't notice it the first few times I watched the film because obviously it's not something we were looking for. After he mentioned it, I went back and watched Halloween Kills again, and I noticed the radio tower all over the place. Every time they showed any kind of faraway shot, or when the cops were up on the hill looking at Haddonfield and things like that, you could see the radio tower quite a bit in the film after he kind of pointed that out to us. Now, that's something I think he should have held on to. I don't think he should have said anything about it because it gives away too many ideas, and obviously somebody's going to nail it. Somebody's going to come up with whatever the story is. So I don't think he should have said anything about the radio tower whatsoever and just let us find out when we saw the movie. But that said, it is out. And I don't think he's using the radio tower to try to throw us off from what the storyline is actually going to be. I think the radio tower is definitely a major plot point in this film. And the reason I say that is when you think about the filming locations, between all the places where they filmed in North Carolina and South Carolina, and of course the soundstage, there is no radio tower in any of those locations, and obviously not in the soundstage. They intentionally planted that radio tower in some of those wide shots. They planted that radio tower, so it's there for a reason. That's why I think he should have held onto that information instead of giving us all these ideas to look for. So that said, what is the role of the radio tower? I think the obvious thing at this point is Michael Myers is definitely staring at the tower out of his window. During the flashback scene in the beginning of Halloween Kills, the one cop mentions how his mother used to force him to go over to the Myers house to play with young Michael, and all Michael Myers wants to do was stare out the window, and he often wondered what he was staring at. I think that's definitely the radio tower. At this point, we would have never guessed it had David Gordon Green not mentioned it, but it's obvious it is the radio tower that he's staring at, is it the red light, the beacon light that he's staring at? I do think they are going to tie that into the 78 film for sure. At one point in the 78 film, Dr. Loomis mentions that it seems like Michael is waiting for some sort of signal to set him off. Now, obviously, when they made that film, that wasn't the idea. They weren't thinking about a radio tower or some kind of actual radio signal or over-the-air signal. I think it was a metaphor, obviously. But David Gordon Green is obviously going to somehow tie that together. So what does that mean? Well, I've heard some rumors that the working title Cave Dweller means that maybe Michael's going to hide out for 40 years in a cave, and that cave is conveniently located under the radio tower. Now, I don't think so. How would he have known that the cave was there? He was locked up pretty young as a kid. He's been locked up in a sanitarium until he escaped when he was 21. He's apprehended at the end and brought back into the sanitarium where he escapes 40 years later. I just don't see how he would have known there was a cave there. So at this point, I'm eliminating that idea. Now, for a little bit of fun, what if we play upon the idea of Halloween 3? What if Season of the Witch is going to finally be tied into the Halloween franchise, into the Halloween universe? And I know that's a hope of a lot of fans and a lot of Halloween 3 fans. I personally would like to see it happen. I know it's crazy to say that, but I would like to see them somehow tie in Halloween 3. Because if you think back, Halloween 3, Conal Cochran was setting off these masks through a TV signal, which obviously happened through a tower, radio tower. So let's entertain the idea for a minute that maybe Michael Myers is in some way triggered by the radio tower, which is actually being controlled by Conal Cochran that we know from Halloween 3. I think what would make a great story would be, what if Halloween 3 hasn't, or the story of Halloween 3 hasn't happened yet in any universe. Right now, Connell Cochran is in control of Michael Myers via the radio tower. Now I know that's kind of reminding people of Cult of Thorn, or the Thorn cult, and maybe they tie in the Thorn cult as well. I don't know, but I think it would be an interesting concept to see Connell Cochran controlling Michael Myers this entire time. Halloween ends comes, they take down Michael, they kill him, and that sets him off. That it just pisses him off. He develops this chip. Him and whoever else is working with him develop this chip. They get it implanted in these masks, and anyone who's seen Halloween 3 Season of the Witch knows how that goes. So what if that's how they tie in Halloween 3? Because the masks are in 2018, the masks are in Halloween Kills. So is it some kind of meta thing where the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is just a movie in this universe and kids just like wearing the masks? Or are the masks just out there in stores to buy? Or how do these masks end up in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills? That's another one that I just don't think is a coincidence. I don't think they just put them in there to put them in there. I think it serves a purpose, especially in Halloween Kills, how it wasn't just a quick cameo on the screen the way it was in 2018. They utilized those masks for Michael's kill. Just kind of taking it back a little bit, I think this could be an interesting way to lead into a remake of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch that would now take place in Haddonfield instead of Santa Mira, California, which I think would be way better. Because what if, it comes down to the people of Haddonfield killing Michael Myers, which was the intent in Halloween Kills, right? What if that's what happens, and Cochran's way of getting back at these people is going after their kids with this the Halloween 3 masks? And I think another interesting take would be, instead of it being a trilogy or just a remake, what if this were to be a Netflix series? I think that would be even more interesting if they were to drag this thing out over, a couple of seasons. So what do you guys think? Would you want to see Halloween 3 Season of the Witch tied into the Halloween Michael Myers franchise? Would you want to see Connell Cochran be the guy controlling Michael Myers? Again, this is just an idea. Unlikely to happen, but I think it would be a great concept. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.